The fact is that you have to be able to trust the people that work with you. And if you don't, they have to go.
Today at a town hall style meeting in Hunterdon County in Jersey, the governor, he spoke out publicly about Bridgate for the first time since January. And unlike this week's previous town hall meetings, Christie wasn't greeted by hassles from hecklers, but by fiery questions from many members of even his own party. And when asked, Governor Christie spoke openly about the firing of Deputy Chief of Staff here, Bridget Kelly, who was accused of course, having her fingerprints on that email that said time for some traffic problems in Fort Lee.
I did not approve of what happened. I did think that what happened was wrong and abusive and that it shouldn't have happened. Now, I'm going to put aside the question of whether it's legal or illegal because there are prosecutors looking at this and all the rest of it. If she had been honest and told me, yes, she would have been fired anyway.
I don't know. How do you think he's handling this?
Fine, but I think he's damaged goods. I think it doesn't matter how he handles it at this point. People look at the guy in a different way. What was great about him was that he seemed authentic. He seemed above the political fray. He seemed like a guy with a moral core. And you know what? He's an intelligent guy. He's got great political skills. He does a good interview. He's good in front of a crowd. But you cannot listen to him and think he's the same guy you thought he was before.
Yeah, his brand was damaged. His brand was damaged. He got out of his lane in this one, and he's paying the price.
I would slightly differ on this point. We're sitting around this table, and the people watching this show hear about it all the time and see what's going on. The New York metropolitan area always hears about it. It's in the tabloids. Once you start going not west of the Hudson, because that's Jersey, but further west at this point, there are people out west who say, hey, I love Christie. When you talk to focus groups out there and you talk to anyone else, this stuff isn't resonating out there yet.
Is that why Republicans in those other states are running away from him? Is that why? Elected officials?
They're not running away from him. Look at the RGA. The RGA is raising more money now than it has previously.
I'm not talking about how much money they raised. I'm talking about public appearance.
Some do not want to share stages with him.
No, what the issue is that the DNC is traveling with him and trying to make
DNC now.
No, because when they go to Florida, they're following with the press and trying to bring those issues to the forefront. So that's why they're saying, why should we bring that into the press? Why give them the forum? That's what that's about.
And a year and a half, 2 years is a long time.
I like taking very simple views of these things. I mean, before the Bridgate thing, the standard joke on Christie on late night TV was his size, his weight, that sort of thing. Now it's holding up traffic on the bridge. I mean, Letterman, Leno before he retired, Jimmy
Cardinal
Fallon.
Dolan makes jokes about it.
Everybody makes jokes about it now. That's what's going to start resonating.
You think these town halls help him though?
I think they do because it's a fairly friendly environment that he's able to deal with even when he gets tough questions. You notice he's not answering questions from the press on that sort of thing because there's 14 follow-up questions that come to mind when you heard his answer about Bridget Kelly. Nobody in that crowd gets a chance to ask those follow-up questions.
You know what's funny is the grilling he gets on this is it's so funny. Is Bridgate going to hang around his neck? And yeah, here we go. You ready for the cliche? Okay, you guys can right?
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh! Why is Benghazi not around Hillary's neck?
You're gonna like to stop for a second because I'm gonna talk about Cuomo.
How about what do you guys answer the question? Why not?
Set up with the
why not?
and then it just fell
Why
apart.
not? You see, LV? You see how seriously they take stuff?
Okay. Today, you want me to talk about Cuomo? You're going to want to talk about Cuomo, right? So you two are going to be quiet. All right. Now, today in New York, Governor Cuomo is making a strong push to make his property tax freeze a top priority as the April 1st deadline for $140 billion budget draws near. Cuomo says his critics said he can never cut costs. However, he's given himself a pat on the back for spending less money than 10 governors who preceded him. I have a legitimate question. We joke about Ken Langone, who was a huge Christie backer, Republican. He's that comment, that Nazi comment we talked about, was in support Republicans for Cuomo. Is Cuomo the best Republican that New Yorkers could elect this fall? Really?
I was saying before, Bill Samuels got arrested today out on the second floor up in Albany. A Democratic friend of mine. He's saying that Cuomo's going to get attacked from the left. So he's never going to get at Wilson Pakula. Well, that's what I'm saying. But he's going to get really attacked and talking about primarying him maybe from the left. If they get on the ballot, honestly, that'll be interesting.
You close your eyes, forget the social issues, the gay marriage, etc.
No, Rob Astorino is the best Republican that the Republicans can put up. Rob Astorino is the best Republican.
Bill
just to answer your question literally.
Bill de Blasio might think he's the best Republican,
Yeah.
right? We heard they were great friends, right? I mean,
did,
I kept
yeah.
hearing what good friends they were.
I never heard that.
When does
Oh,
the
yeah.
friendship stuff start? I
Never.
mean, after the pre-K, after the minimum, right after the charter
you're right.
schools.
Maybe after he's
Poor
reelected.
guy.
Yeah.
Where
after
was
Cuomo's
Cuomo
reelected.
in the primary for the mayor's race? Where was Cuomo in the general election for the mayor's race? He sat on his hands. He never stepped foot in New York at that point. Did he, Dominic?
All I can say, you're correct, but all I can say is some may make the case that he's a good governor.
Yep.
You may feel he's moving too far to the right. Some may say he's very good and a good politician.
He's throwing out little schemes. He's throwing out little
He's
dances.
a good politician, but
He's a bully. is
Where
what
are
he is.
liberals going to go in
He's
New
a
York?
bully
Of
who
course they're
doesn't
gonna
like
vote for
people.
him,
He's a bully
but-
who doesn't like his own election.
So if
doesn't
he's a
like
bully,
people.
if he's a bully,
What is
what's
Christie?
Chris Christie?
Yeah, what
Thank
is
you,
Christie?
thank you. On the same
Well,
same note.
well, then go ahead then. Have that,
Wait,
have that
if
Cuomo like
Andrew
you have
Cuomo
at
is a
Christie.
bully, what is Christie?
Can the double
Can you answer the
standard?
question?
You just quadrupled
Can you
the
answer the
standard.
question?
Okay.
You just
Answer the
quadrupled the
question.
standard.
Can you answer the
hold on.
question?
Just brief for a second. When's the last time you saw Cuomo? Now, I know
Yeah.
that Cuomo is heavy-handed on the
Cuomo.
phone. No, when's the last time he took down a teacher in a town hall and basically told a woman, or gone after somebody who was going after his cotton candy on the boardwalk or whatever, threatening to kill him? He doesn't do that. That's not his MO.
He does it behind the scenes. He does
Okay,
it
we're
for
a
other
little
people.
different.
He's the worst kind of bully. He's a coward bully.
That's,
Who does it behind the
that's not
scenes?
that's not the best rap on Andrew, right? The best rap on Andrew is what does he believe in?
Yeah.
And I
That's
don't think
totally
we know
fine.
the answer to that lately.
He believes in whatever
I don't know
thinks
what
will
he
get him
believes in.
reelected and get him the
Yeah.
most votes.
He's a which way the wind blows, worst kind of politician, and he does what he wants to do through bully tactics, and he doesn't get out in front of all the corruption like he said he would.
And
He's
TJ?
got a flimsy tax
TJ,
cap that means
you
nothing.
want to make a bet right now?
I'm making a good point here, Rich.
Over/under. Does he win by 30 points? More or less?
Oh, less.
Less.
It's going to be big.
Less.
I think
Less.
he's going to win less than 30 points. I think
Less.
30
Yeah,
points
yeah,
is
no
huge.
question
30
about
points
it.
is what, 70-30?
Okay, but
That's
once somebody's looking for statewide office, has to explain that they're pro-choice and anti-gay marriage in New York.
No, I
that's
understand
not
that.
going to play.
I understand that, but it's
and
not-
I think Rob is an underestimated political talent. I believe that, but when he tries to get name recognition, doesn't have a fraction of the war chest, and then has to explain social positions.
2 weeks.
Good luck.
He's been on. He announced 2 weeks ago. He has not even begun. Top of the first inning.
Okay.
Let the game. That's why we play the games, right, fellas?
Let me write that down. That's why we play this. All right, well done. All right, when we come back here, de Blasio time. We're going to get into that.
A 16 will beat a 1 one of these days, baby.
Not this year. All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.